All right, on to sports with the Big Ten. And, of course, they haven't been able to count for about 20 years because there's been 11 universities there for that long. But now there's a step that may be closer to adding a 12th. There's already a Big 12, so who knows what's going to happen.
Well, here to sort it out for us. There is more on the conference's possible expansion. We're going to toss it over to Drew. Help us out, Drew.
You know, they've been talking about making this at least a 12-team league ever since the Big Ten became the Big sort of 11 back a while ago, back in about 1990. Now, Commissioner Jim Delaney said today the conference is going to explore the options over the next 12 to 18 months to expand the league. Could be one, could be more. League's presidents and chancellors decided that this month, and the timing, is it right to look at a 12 school? And if a 12 team is added, how would the Big Ten look? Would they split it into two different divisions? Well, here's a look at where the current Big Ten schools are located. You can see all across the Midwest. If a school were to be added, the Big Ten would then probably, as I mentioned, break into the two divisions, most likely East and West. Now, currently, there are a number of major rivalries in the Big Ten that you probably don't want to separate by putting them in different conference divisions. Those include the groups of the Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa, the Michigan, Michigan State, Michigan and Ohio State, and the Indiana Purdue, of course, in basketball. Now, if the conference was to be separated today, the line most logically to be used is coming right down here through the middle. That would mean that 5 teams would be in the West, 6 teams in the East. Now, the reason that may be a problem is because of the locations of possible Big Ten candidates for addition. Now, if we leave that same division line up, let's add schools that have been mentioned. That includes schools like Notre Dame, Kentucky, Cincinnati, West Virginia, Pittsburgh, Syracuse, Rutgers, all those schools, they're east of the line, and that would make a decision for the Big Ten. Who gets moved or swapped over to make the sides even? Well, one situation could save the Big Ten another headache if a school like Missouri, perhaps, or maybe Iowa State considered. That would even out both divisions while keeping a lot of the major rivalries intact. You're a Big Ten fan. You'd like to see another team in there. If you had a choice, who you'd like to see is the Big Ten's 12th team. Go to fox11online.com. You can vote in our sports poll. Our choices: Notre Dame, Pittsburgh, Missouri, Cincinnati, Rutgers, Syracuse, or somebody else.